Sharing of good practices. National Qualification Frameworks in alignment with the European Qualification Framework. Across Europe, education and training systems are different, but we share a common goal: helping learners and workers grow, move, and thrive. Tools like the EQF and NQFs help bring this shared European vision to life. But aligning national systems to a European framework isn't always easy. Countries face real challenges, such as complex and diverse education systems. These aren't easily linked to the EQF, and some countries haven't added the EQF and NQF levels to their diplomas and certificates. Another challenge are the multiple qualification subsystems, since some countries have more than 8 levels. One of the main uses of NQFs and the EQF is to make qualifications easier to compare and recognize across countries and education systems. So let's dive deeper into some of the identified good practices from Estonia, Germany, Greece, and Portugal that show the successful implementation of the EQF. To begin diving deeper into some of the selected good practices of linking the NQF to the EQF, let's look at Estonia. Estonia linked its NQF to the EQF in 2011, with an update in 2016. Estonia has 8 levels aligned to the EQF's 8 levels. Its level descriptors are defined in terms of learning outcomes, knowledge, skills, and degree of responsibility and autonomy, and Estonia tirelessly disseminates its work and benefits for students and stakeholders through social media and events. Moreover, career guidance professionals receive training on how to apply the NQF in their work. So, what does Estonia value in the European Qualifications Framework, or EQF? First, it sees the EQF as a way to support and improve lifelong learning, helping individuals continue developing skills and knowledge at all stages of life. Second, Estonia values how the EQF promotes better recognition of informal and non-formal learning, making sure that skills gained outside traditional classrooms are acknowledged. And finally, the EQF helps ensure the quality of qualifications, giving learners, employers, and institutions confidence in the standards of education and training. Moving to the German NQF, it was linked to the EQF in 2012, and so, it has 8 levels. Germany also stands out for its major involvement of stakeholders from, for example, the labor market and the education sector, and also the increase in the transparency and comparability of the several educational subsystems. It is important to point out that the area in which the EQF was used the most was cross-border collaboration. What are the benefits of the EQF according to Germany? It helps with the recruitment of international staff, harmonizes the qualification levels and learning programs, and improves staff mobility and communication, both about programs and within them. The EQF also facilitates communication and the comparison of different priorities in educational systems, thereby helping people reach a mutual understanding in international cooperation. What about Greece? In Greece, the NQF was linked to the EQF in 2015, thereby having 8 levels. Since then, there has been a big improvement of horizontal and vertical mobility, and the NQF in Greece has a very clear structure. What advantages does Greece attribute to the EQF? The improvement of mobility, transparency, employability, and the deepening of the trust between the labor market and the educational system. Furthermore, it fosters lifelong learning, raises awareness about the NQFs, and enhances international cooperation by systematizing the educational programs through learning outcomes. Finally, we have Portugal, which also linked its NQF to its EQF in 2011, in the same way as Estonia. Having 8 levels as well, the Portuguese NQF is distinctive for its curriculum flexibility and school autonomy, and there have been major improvements in inclusive education and early school leaving. For the Portuguese, the EQF has the benefits of aligning qualifications with European standards and fomenting autonomy and accessibility. Additionally, it is also believed that the EQF increases the recognition of the NQFs internationally, makes the educational credentials more transparent and structured, improves cross-border mobility, and fosters the formation of cohesive educational ecosystems. The EQF and NQFs are more than technical frameworks, they are tools for opportunity. Let's embed the European idea into everyday VET practice, starting with awareness, collaboration, and shared good practices. So as we conclude, take a moment to consider, what do you think are the key advantages of the EQF for your country?